to basically delete the last video and upload a new one. And you know what? Something told me before I did that last video to go check this guy's Twitter. He is the billionaire backer of Alexander Povetkin. Everybody's been talking about in regards to the political power that Alexander Povetkin has in boxing. His name is I forgot his first name, Rabinsky. But basically, he tweeted that an article that Boxing Scene released about Alexander Povetkin, the WBA mandatory for Anthony Joshua's WBA Super World title, will be fighting David Price on the undercard. So let's go here. This is his Twitter right here. We're going to translate from Russian. And this is what it says. Let me zoom in some more. It says, it's true. The contract is not yet signed, but everything is almost agreed on. Now, in my opinion, let's go back and look at a little bit of David Price, by the way. This was several years ago in his first fight against Tony Thompson. This was also his first career loss. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.
So the big fellow called Tyson Fury will be watching.
Yep, it's exciting times in this heavyweight to be.
Oh, goodness me! Well, there is the disaster scenario for this huge crowd, and Price is in real trouble.
Once again, awesome dance moves. And some sweet-ass dance moves.
It has been finished in
and Alexander Povetkin for Christian Hammer in his last fight, right? Now, pay attention. In Alexander Povetkin's last fight, he's 31-1 with 23 KOs. In his last fight, he's 38 years old, by the way, getting up there. In his last fight, he fought Christian Hammer in a decision where even though he won every round, in my opinion, he didn't look too good. You know, he didn't get the knockdown, but still, you know, he's had a lot of shit going on in his life. But he did get 2 fights in 2017, and 3 fights in overall in that year when he fought Johan Duhaupas, you know, in December of 2016, and then in July, and then in December again, just before that 1 year mark. So he has been active. But in this last fight, this is how he became the WBA mandatory, by fighting this guy right here, not this guy, this guy right here, that was supposed to be a real big get back on the path fight for David Price. And one of the many issues that shows up with David Price is he gets gassed out or he gets knocked out. In this case, he got gassed out and stopped, you know, because 6'8", you know, is what he listed as. You know, they used to list him as 6'9", but, you know, he's a legitimate, you know, 6'8", but conditioning is an issue. And he does have the boxing skills. He does have a jab, but conditioning. And look at this right here. And you just be, look, what's going on? You just be wondering to yourself, what can he really do, you know, to be better conditioned? And did he not take a guy like Christian Hammer seriously or not? Remember, in the second Tony Thompson fight, if you don't know, he gassed out in the reason why the fight was stopped, or his team threw in a towel. Literally, he was gassed out. Now, with a big frame like that, you know, you have to be, you know, excellent condition, but also, you know, it's a lot to be able to move around like that. That's why I give Tyson Fury so much praise, because he's able to fight you left-handed, right-handed. Look at this. And he's getting a title shot. Well, a mandatory shot. So if it goes through, let me get this out of here. If it goes through, he's got 22 wins, 4 KOs, 18 knockouts. No, he's got 22 wins. He's been knocked out 4 times, 4 losses, and he has 18 knockouts. So, you know, he got to get back on the trail fight. You know, when he lost to Christian Hammer, what was this, 11 months ago. Povetkin went on to fight him to become the WBA mandatory. This fight right here against Taper, I really don't count, even though he got knocked out. This is that infamous meme of him under the ring buckle. In fact, let me just go Price. With him. That's David Price. Then, you know, he was on the comeback track, you know, before he got knocked out by T-Bray, even though he failed the drug test. So that's why I don't give him too much shit for that. This is the fight where he gassed out against Tony Thompson. This is the fight when Tony Thompson knocked him out. And, you know, before that, they were talking about him being the next big thing, you know. And this is the guy, as I've said previously, who did a job on Anthony Joshua in sparring. And Anthony Joshua's addressed it like, yeah, you know, he knocked me out smarring or knocked me down or whatever the case may have been. But it's looking like the Joshua versus Parker co-feature is going to be Alexander Povetkin versus David Price. And how that's a bad thing, in my opinion, is because now Eddie Hearn and this billionaire promoter are getting in cahoots. And it means that we can likely see if Anthony Joshua beats Joseph Parker, right? Joseph Parker doesn't have a rematch clause. If Anthony Joshua beats Joseph Parker, he can go on to fight Alexander Povetkin. You see what I'm saying? You know, and they can do another stadium, you know, UK versus Russia with this billionaire promoter's backing, and that would force off even longer Wilder if Wilder beats Luis Ortiz, of course. Right now it's January the 31st, 2018, 9:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you see there's a lot, you know, riding on this fight and the storyline behind it. And also, in my opinion, you know, David Price seems like a cool dude and all, being 34 years old and being knocked out and being gassed out. If he's not going to be in the best shape of his career, this is the biggest fight of his career, he's going to get knocked out. No? I don't even know why this whole time I had this Ramirez versus Ahmed up here. This is how you can tell I'm not. I don't even know why I got that up there. I'm sure Top Rank is happy. Let me fix this. That's even though we got 2 minutes left in the video, that's not even supposed to be up there, and there's no way I can edit that out. Damn it. Let me see. This is supposed to be over here. Right? You get out of here. It's supposed to be right there. My bad. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.